Welcome to Jotea. I'm Jodie, and let's build that Love Island Australia tea. Love Island Australia is back, which means it is almost summer in Australia. I'm actually finding it pretty hard to click with this season's cast. Last year, I didn't find it hard at all. I had my favorites instantly, and I'm actually saying that. I had my favorites. I'm blanking on her name, but I loved her. Oh, what was her name? She was with Dylan, and we were riding for her all season. She was my favorite, even though I literally still follow her on Instagram, but I can't remember her name right now. Anywho, I'm finding it hard to click with this season's cast members, but I do really like Isabel. She's my favorite so far. I think she's just really beautiful. She's very laid back, chill. She almost looks like a doll, flawless beauty. She does seem like one of the only ones that's kind of there for love. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not naive. I don't think anybody's there for love. It's just a bonus. They're there for their career, and if they find love, they find love. I'm liking Isabel. She's my favorite so far. They have also brought back Hannah from last season. You heard it right. Hannah is back, but she has a different name, and they're disguising her as this new girl called Lacey. If you watched last season, Hannah and Lacey are literally clones of each other. Everything about them is so similar. The way they function in relationships, the way their brain works, you know what I mean. The only thing that I think is not the same is obviously Hannah was literally Regina George of her season, where Lacey does seem like she's a girl's girl, but also I don't know, she's very immature. The way she's dealing with the guys, I don't like. There's so many similarities between them. I can literally do screen by screen playthroughs where you could almost convince me that they have Lacey reading off a script and she's repeating Hannah's scenes, because that's what this week felt like to me. The way she's rushing into this relationship with Jotham is giving very much Hannah and Nico. Even the balcony scene when Jotham was kissing a bombshell was very similar to when Nico was kissing a bombshell. Are they reading a script this season? I don't know. Love Island Australia just tickles me funny a little bit differently because it's not live. We cannot vote for anything if we love or hate, and we can't vote. We can't even vote for the winners. I think it's pointless. I honestly I don't like that. It's the only one of the whole franchise that does it like that, and it doesn't make sense. It's not by force to go to Spain. America doesn't go to Spain, they go to Fiji. So there's no reason Australia can't record in Australia in summer live. On introduction, Lacey said she is looking for a guy that is smart, and she basically said this in 3 different ways just to let us know how smart she is. She's looking for a guy that's smart, intelligent, and somebody that can think for her so she doesn't have to use her brain. So basically she's waiting for ChatGPT to be put inside an Elon Musk robot. Our next girl is Bailey, and she's a Canadian. I love Canadians, so I'm happy to see her in the villa. Then we've got Sharon. Her red flag is short kings, and actually justice for short kings. What's the problem? And our last and final original girl is Yana. Her introduction was, you probably know me as Sydney Plumber Girl, and no, we don't. We don't know you. We've never seen you before. The first guy we learned about was Cooper, and he is a self-proclaimed shit stirrer. He's letting us know off the jump, so we're in for some drama with him. He's going to stir the pot, create drama, create entertainment. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Our first impressions, Ross is giving he needs a haircut. The mullet is outgrown. It's no longer a mullet. Now we have got a whole NFL player, an American football player that plays for the NFL in the freaking villa. His name is Jotham, okay? It's not hard to learn his name. Batman Gotham with a J. His name is Jotham. Very simple. I want to know what he's doing on Love Island Australia. Obviously he's Australian. Duh. He's in the NFL, meaning he's living in America. He literally has the golden ticket of I am an NFL player. Go and get yourself an American girly. He's literally plays for the Patriots. Their main freaking player is Stephon Diggs. He literally has at least 20 baby mamas coming up in the next 9 months. I'm sure he could have given you one of his baddies. But we need to spin it a little bit, because actually when we say Jotham plays for the Patriots and he's an NFL player, actually he's not. He's never played a game. I think he was on the practice team and he got sent home because he's no good. They are broadcasting him out here as an NFL player. He has never played a game. He has 0 stats on the NFL website. I don't know why Google catfished me into thinking that he was on a $2 million salary. If you guys seen my TikTok this week, I had that screenshot on there. There's no way he's on a $2 million salary. Google has to be just chatting shit. That can't be real. There's just no way. Connor is a nurse and he is Zayn's housemate. Last but not least, we have got Zach, and he is a 3-time Olympic medal swimmer. The guys are given this year, they are coming with careers, actual motivation. They're not just coming in as Barbie, cosmetic, plastic, is what the girls are always giving on this show. Australia always does this welcoming challenge where the girls get to kiss every single guy. The only one that did this year is Yana. She kissed all of the guys. Our opening couples is Yana and Cooper, Lacey and Jotham, Isabel Annabelle and Connor, Bailey and Zach, and Sharon and Ross. In the first conversation that Sharon and Ross have, she is already calling him a pussy.
I don't like that kind of confrontation.
Oh, you're a pussy?
But
she picked the weakest looking guy out of that lineup, and now she's already calling him a pussy, expecting him to be this big, strong, macho alpha guy. I don't know why she expected that. Obviously you can't judge a book by its cover, but he's not giving alpha man, so I don't actually know why she thought that was going to be a thing. She's going to eat him alive. Lacey and Jotham are moving fast. Like I said, this is Hannah reincarnated. They are moving quick. It's their first conversation, and Jotham has got a handful of boob, and they're moving very quickly. I was shocked to find out that Lacey is 20 years old. I don't know if it was just me, but I thought she was at least 25. It makes sense because she acts like a 17-year-old. Now, we've already got some controversy because the topic of kids has come up between Jotham, Bailey, and Zach, and she's let them know already that she does not want kids. Zach is like, shouldn't we have this conversation without Jotham? This is kind of serious. If we want to get to know each other, this should be a one-on-one conversation. And she's like, no, I want to get to know everybody, so Jotham should stay here for this conversation. She's let us know that she has no motherly instinct, that every time she meets a guy that tells her that he wants kids, she's always like, why?
I've never had like a motherly instinct where I want children. What about you guys? You want kids?
I definitely want kids.
Same. I'm a kids guy.
But why? Any man that tells me they want kids off the get-go, I'm like, why?
I think I'd be a great dad.
I've never had that picture in my head, like wife, kids, house, like I just want to do me.
Now I want to know, are we doomed as a society? Fair enough if you do not want kids, that is your choice completely. For you to react to a guy wanting kids to be why is very weird, because why would that be your first reaction? I mean, isn't that just natural? Humans typically usually want to be parents in this life, right? I just think it's very sad that that's the way our society is going, where people instantly ask, why do you want kids? It's kind of strange to me. She does tell them she doesn't picture being a wife, having the house thing or the kids. She doesn't really want that type of thing. For me, that's a huge red flag, because why are you on Love Island? Now, I know Love Island is not like Love is Blind, Married at First Sight. I know it's not like the top tier commitment romance show. You're still going on Love Island to supposedly find love, and it's been successful in the past. We've had many couples who've come out and got married and have kids, but I guess it did work in the last season of Love Island. The winners literally bonded over not wanting kids and just wanting to travel forever. When I say it worked, they did break up like a week after they finished filming. So does it work? I don't know. You be the judge of that. Now, we had our first bombshell. I wouldn't class her a bombshell. I'd class her a late arrival because she came about 3 hours after everybody else. First question on everybody's mind when they see Gabby: yes, the boobs are real. We can move on from it. Question has been answered. We don't have to keep going back to it. I'm pointing at the girls because the girls were worse than the guys. I don't even think any of the guys commented on it, but the girls just wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, to the point they were even asking, can they feel? She didn't object, and they were grabbing her. Like, if a guy did that, we would be calling the TV networks for complaints. Gabby did get to kiss all the guys as well, but her first choice is Jotham. That is her type. And Lacey is, of course, jealous, but she keeps calling him Gothy. And honestly, I think at this point it's getting disrespectful, because she refuses to learn his name. And not only is she refusing to learn his name, she's introducing him to other people as Goth or Gothy. And that's where it gets disrespectful for me. There's a line where you just, enough is enough. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard to learn his name. People think it's cutesy, and like, no, it's not cutesy. It's not funny. Learn people's name and actually have some respect for them. Now, very quickly, Gabby has realized she wants Jotham. That's kind of the only guy she's into. Jotham is a bit of a weird one. His head is kind of all over the place. He's kind of like, I can't close myself off to Lacey too quick. It's only been a couple of hours. But very quickly then, when he had a conversation with Lacey, he was like, no, Gabby's personality is not for me. I feel like I've known you forever, even though it's literally been 10 hours and she doesn't even know your name. Hello. It's given holiday romance. It's a lust thing. That's all it is. It's just lust between them. They actually don't know anything about each other. I honestly thought that Sharon and Jack could be a very cool, chill. I thought they were matching pretty well. They just seemed very down to earth. Ross is not the guy for her, and I would stand on that opinion. I really did think that this was going to be a thing. Zach was quick to be honest with Bailey. He told her, like, I need to be with somebody that does want kids because I want kids. So the fact that you don't, it's just, let's not waste each other's time. The way Bailey handled this to me was very dramatic. She did a whole red alert, all the girls need to come and talk to me right now. I need a conference in the teepees. I thought it was very dramatic. There was tears. She felt blindsided. He was breaking up with her. It was a day 2. They weren't together. He can't break up with you. I didn't understand why there was tears because I feel like he was pretty honest with her very early on. That day, Sharon and Zach did kiss in front of everybody. Now, do I know if they knew that everybody was there? I'm not sure. But maybe they did because I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion. So they might have known that they were there and just not cared. We have got our second bombshell already, and his name is Mick. His claim to fame is that he hosts 50 Cent when he comes to Australia. We see on this date that Lacey is still disrespecting Jotham. She's not saying his name right to the new guy, and she's saying she's divorced Jotham. She doesn't actually care about him anymore and she's ready to move on. Makes sense. It does seem though like Mick is more into Yana. He keeps talking about this eye fucking shit. Is it not just eye contact? I don't know what he's talking about with that. He's more into Yana. Is she more into him? I don't know. I think her and Cooper have a bit of a vibe going on. They had a little tiff in the beginning because she said he really reminds her of her ex-boyfriend and she doesn't know if that's a good or a bad thing. They seem to be vibing off each other, I guess. Cooper is extremely jealous that she is gone on a date with Mick, and it's actually made Yana like him even more, so I guess that's a good thing. Can we actually discuss why are they all jumping around the villa like Chris Brown just walked in? Because Mick is really not all that, and they're screaming like high school girls. I don't know what the hype is. I don't know why they're so excited, but please can we calm down? When the girls returned from the date, Lacey was quick to tell Jotham, here's the ultimatum. You have to choose whether it's me or Gabby because I don't want to be in the middle. Very quickly, Jotham said, you're the girl for me. You're the first pick. He went and he ended things with Gabby. Gabby was very upset. I don't understand why the girls are catching feelings so quickly. Maybe it's just the atmosphere. Maybe they're overwhelmed and that's why there's tears. Because other than that, I don't understand why there's tears on night 2. But you know what I think is crazy? Before Jotham can even finish this conversation with Gabby, Lacey is freaking stargazing with Mick, rolling around in the grass, looking at the stars, taking selfies, when she just told Jotham he has to choose one or the other and gave an ultimatum. And now she is opening the doors to another triangle. But not only is she doing that, now this new guy literally has the power to dump Jotham tomorrow. Why did she enter this situation? And she's literally not reassuring Jotham at all. She's like, I don't know. We had a very awkward scene between Zach and Sharon. He was making breakfast and all of the girls were hyping it up like, oh my god, Bailey, he's making this breakfast for you. Why they would have thought that, I don't know, because they had ended things. They weren't even speaking to each other anymore. They were on friendly terms, but they weren't getting to know each other. When Zach came down, the breakfast was for Sharon, obviously. And they just made it so awkward for Bailey because they were like, oh, we thought that was for you. So sorry. No, obviously it wasn't for her. We had our first challenge though, and Jotham decided, do you know what? Lacey is fucking me off, so I'm gonna choose to kiss Gabby, and that's what he did. They kissed twice in that challenge, and Lacey was absolutely fuming. What does she expect? Of course he needs to open the door back up with the fucking bombshell. I'm also confused what happened in this challenge because suddenly Sharon is over Zach. She doesn't want anything to do with him and she's all on Ross. I don't really understand what's happened. Did we miss something? Something wasn't on camera? Because we didn't even see her talking to Ross. And now all of a sudden she's just on him again. I actually did think that Yana and Lacey were about to form a first girly friendship, but I can tell you Yana and Lacey, if they are going to be friends, they are going to be the fakest fucking friends to each other. After that challenge, Yana brought up in front of the whole group that Lacey was so jealous during that challenge, her lip was twitching. That is not your friend because she actually just dogged you out in front of everybody there and embarrassed you. And I mean, Lacey basically doubles down and fucks her over even worse. We finally get to the recoupling though, and Gabby chooses obviously to recouple with Jotham. Now Lacey is extremely upset. She's crying, sobbing, throwing up because she had a really good relationship with Jonathan. Now I don't know a Jonathan in this villa, and you should let me know if you do because I haven't seen one. We haven't talked about one, and honestly I'm not even going to acknowledge her misnaming Jotham anymore because it's fucking ridiculous at this point. It's 4 days in. You've been in bed with him for 3 days. You've had your tongue down his throat from 5 minutes in, and you're telling me you still don't know his name. It's performative. It's actually just all an act to get camera time. It's the same as this fucking boob thing she's got going on. From episode 1 to episode 4, my opinion of Lacey is just going like this. Like, I'm fed up already. I'm fed up already. I told you guys I'm having a hard time connecting with this cast. The only thing she's crying about is that she wants to stay on camera. She thinks that she's going to be dumped now. Mick chooses Yana, and this one was actually also dramatic. I didn't see this coming, but he was like, oh, I'm just sad that I'm dumping my friend. And Cooper was like, who told you you're sending me home? I'm not going nowhere. He was talking about like, oh, you'll find out soon that Yana ain't into you. She told me she doesn't even like you like that. So they're gonna have some back and forward, which we seen resulted into the bedroom later that night, where Cooper was pressing Mick. Like, why would you choose somebody who doesn't want you when you have somebody throwing themselves at you? Why would you even go for her? Just dogging at him. I don't even know what Cooper wanted to get from that. Did he want to fight? I don't know. If someone's not responding to you in that argumentative tone, just leave it. In the end, it was Bailey and Zach that were dumped. The Islanders had to pick, which I think is just going to be a repetitive team because we can't vote. So it's going to be a fucking popularity contest of who the Islanders like. I've been trying to figure out though since Mick arrived, who the hell does he look like? Because he looks like somebody. And I finally figured it out. He looks like Joe Goldberg with fucked up teeth, obviously, because the veneers don't fit in his mouth and they look crazy. But with the hat on, he looks like Joe Goldberg, and now I can't unsee it. Now to throw everything on its freaking head, we didn't even discuss that Lacey and Cooper knew each other outside the villa. He slid into her DMs. Nothing really happened. I think it was just like Instagram back and forward. After Lacey and Cooper have been actually arguing because both of their partners recoupled, she invites Cooper into her bed. Like literally probably less than 20 minutes after they're recoupling. She's in his arms, literally lying in his arms, and then they just start kissing out of nowhere. It's like, I don't even know where to look because what is actually going on? You were both just pissed off and crying 10 minutes ago, and now they're just rolling around the bed together. They're both game players. That's all I can think. When they had to vote someone out, Cooper was saying that Lacey is too young to be on the show and she's too immature. Now you're in bed kissing her? Make it make sense. I was hoping that somebody was gonna walk in. If Jotham had walked in just a couple of seconds earlier, he would have caught them red-handed. She spoke to Jotham though before bed and was like, I'm still emotionally invested in you. Please, you can't go kissing Gabby in bed. I didn't initiate that kiss, so you can't kiss her in bed, blah, 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 blah. He told her, you should just worry about learning my name. How about we start there? Because like the whole thing is just childish. I really hope that Jotham and Gabby have a strong, emotional, mature bond throughout the rest of this season. She's trying to flip that she's the victim in this situation. She's sitting watching Gabby and Jotham in bed, talking, sleeping, and then she moves to the couch because she can't bear to sleep in the same room as them. It's ridiculous. She's gonna try flip this, that she's the victim and Jotham has just moved on from her, when really she's been getting to know 3 guys in the space of 24 hours. Can you blame him? Let me know all your opinions on the first week of Love Island Australia, and we will be back next week to cover more. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, and I will see you guys there.